Wise Counsel Holistic Health and Fitness. I'm the People's Counselor. First, I want to say Happy New Year. Next, I want to get into this Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless situation. Shannon Sharpe, ex-NFL player, current sports analyst. He and his co-worker, Skip Bayless, they got into a little argument at work. Basically, an NFL player collapsed on the field. He went into cardiac arrest. He was fighting for his life. And while this was going on, Skip was tweeting about how canceling the game could affect the playoffs. It just felt very insensitive to many sports fans of all colors and backgrounds, but especially black people. I don't feel bad for Shannon. I don't empathize with him. I see a lot of YouTubers and people in the comments, they saying Skip should be disciplined, and he should be, but they also feel empathy and sympathy for Shannon Sharpe. I don't, because for a long time I've been seeing Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A as in too deep corporate men, corporate down to the bone. Some of the stuff they say, some of the stuff they read off the teleprompter, I can never do. I want to show a couple of videos of why I'm happy this happened to him and why we got to stop supporting people who turn their backs on the community, and then as soon as something bad happened to them, y'all run and support them. We got to stop that. We got to call out this behavior. We don't care how cool you is or how good you can talk. So let's see how Shannon energy is towards Orlando Scandrick. And I got a few of these videos because I want to point out his energy, his behavior, his attitude with Skip as opposed to melanated people. So let's check out how he does his own melanated person, his own NFL brother. He always talk about this NFL brotherhood. Let's see how this interaction goes.
Their secondary isn't very good. They haven't been good. They benched Darby, who's their number one corner. Teams target. No team target the number one.
No. Darby's hurt. Get on that sheet. Look on that sheet.
They put him on IR. He gave up the play early last week on a 3rd and 15, and the next thing you know, he was hurt. He hadn't been hurt. He was hurt.
Darby didn't even play versus the Giants. The last time that Darby played was the Cowboys.
That's what I'm.
That wasn't last week.
I'm saying he got hurt against the Cowboys. He gave up 3rd and 15. Okay. They took him out of the game. The week before that, every game they target Darby.
They all give up 15 yards on 3rd down. Go back and watch the Dolphins.
How about this here? You sitting here talking with me.
Yes.
Because you gave up 3rd and 22.
No,
he gave
when
up
did I give up
30.
3rd and 22?
Against the Cowboys.
3rd and 30? You crazy. It was 4th and 1 on one of them, and then it was a slant on 1st and 10.
You keep
now we just being blasphemous. Now we just saying anything. You just saying anything at this point.
You here with me.
Correct.
Why?
Because it's 12 years.
Why?
12 years.
Did you play all season? Did you play the whole season?
I did not play all season.
Okay, then. Yo, go Skip.
But that's not. They got back healthy. They're invested in a lot of guys. They put so much capital into that defense, and it failed you.
The back end wasn't.
I don't care what your excuse is. It's failed. They can come up here with us now. They can all come up here. You want to do round robin? You want to get Malcolm here one day? You want to get Fletcher, and then you want to get Wentz?
They brought Orlando Scandrick in to try to shore up that defense, and he's sitting here
to shore up the defense, though, because they had
back
injuries.
end.
Okay. Oh my God.
Wow, you see how far the brotherhood gets you? And this was over a team Shannon never even played for, the Eagles. He could have handled that in a much more respectful way. And I want to say, if the guy played 10 plus years in the NFL, 12 years, he said, he was pretty good, or at least serviceable, right? Because he had a long career. But Shannon could have handled that in a much more respectful way. He could have just been like, look, I don't like your tone. Watch how you talk to me, and gave the guy a chance. But no, he showed no mercy and went right down his throat, making sure that the guy understood that he was cut from the team and he didn't last and he wasn't on Shannon level. Now, let's look at how he reacts to Skip's disrespect.
Is Tom Brady playing bad? Yes or no?
Yes, he played poorly yesterday.
What do you mean yesterday?
Okay,
all year.
But you're giving him 100% of the blame?
Because
that's just, you have no objectivity. It's just straight Brady hate. Wait a minute. This is just straight hate by a guy who's jealous that he is still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
That's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No.
I
never said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Better.
Skip, what I got to see what you do? You take personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
Can I finish? You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you just
Go ahead.
you disrespect him. It's just so. You know what? It's beneath your
You would
dignity.
disrespect
Yes, he
to
just
support
did.
him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever
Have
played
at
your
it.
game, and it's by
Have at
far.
it. Have at it.
Okay,
Take off,
I'm
bro.
going to have at it because I'm going to have at you.
Skip disrespected one of the best tight ends in NFL history. He let your big muscle-bound, bubble-gump lip-ass have it and say, put your glasses back on before you get fired. And you sitting there screaming out, disrespected? Yes, he disrespected you. And he didn't care. And he never apologized for that. But you didn't handle him with the same disdain you handled Orlando Scandrick with, right? That was your grand opportunity to be as cold-blooded with Skip as you were with Orlando Scandrick. You could have told Skip, look, my podcast gets 200,000-300,000 views per episode. Your podcast gets 500 views. He just told you how much Tom Brady was better than you. You could have told him, look, you get as much views as wise counsel. Let's look at the next time Skip disrespect Shannon regarding the player Damar Hamlin that collapsed.
Bayless and Shannon Sharpe, guys, good to see you. Shannon, I understand there's something you want to share this morning.
Good morning, yes.
Good morning.
There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture, innuendo, but I will say this. In watching that game on Monday night, what happened to Damar Hamlin struck me a little different. As a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So they struck me a little differently because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down
Okay,
because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me
Okay.
finish.
All right. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead. Let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Okay.
You
Well,
could have came back, Skip.
well, I thought-
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up
No,
this.
I was just going to say, Skip. I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No.
That's
Clearly,
sad.
the bosses wanted you to offer explanation. So clearly,
No,
somebody.
they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
Thoughts and prayers remain with Damar Hamlin.
That's where the
gentlemen,
focus should have
certainly,
been,
as he
and not on the
continues-
football game. Yes, let's go, Jen. Thank you.
As he continues his fight.
Awkward.
All right, gentlemen, let's jump.
Okay, like I said before, the player was pretty much deceased on the field. Medics had to give him CPR to revive him, and Skip was talking about the playoffs. Skip knows that many people were offended by this, and Shannon is telling you that he's offended, and you don't even want to hear him. Now, all of that tough talk Shannon do, I don't think he should have sat there and took that, and this was the second time in a short amount of time that he was disrespected by Skip. I would at least go to the bosses and tell them it's him or me. Or he has to apologize to me on national TV, because that's what you would have to do. And that's why I don't play the corporate game no more. Skip should have to do what you tell Kyrie to do. Let's look at your take on Kyrie when he made a mistake that wasn't even really a mistake. Let's check this out.
After
Skip
practice,
doubled down.
what did he do? He doubled down.
He did.
And I'm listening to I'm like, bruh.
Skip just doubled
And then
down.
Adam Silver came out shortly before that and says, I didn't hear I'm sorry.
Yep.
What I said yesterday, I said, Skip, I'm looking at his statement. Where's the I'm sorry? No, I'm sorry. The Brooklyn Nets says, whoa, we've had enough.
He ain't even do
Say,
nothing.
we've given you an opportunity to say I'm sorry and to unequivocally disavow anti-Semitism, and you refuse to. So we're going to suspend you for a minimum of 5 games. Skip, I think for the first time, Kyrie allowed someone in the room to be smarter than he was. And they said, Kyrie, this is for real now. They're not playing with you. If you want to have any, if you want to play this season, if you want to possibly play in the future, you need to come out with a statement. Say, I'm sorry for the people that I've hurt, and disavow what you have been unwilling to disavow. And late last night, he did exactly that. Skip, you remember that? We were on, this was 2021. You remember Miles Leonard? He was playing COD, Call of Duty, with the Miami Heat. And he uttered a statement that the Jewish people find as offensive as black people find the N-word.
I remember. What happened?
They suspended him for a week.
They did.
They traded him
Look
to
how
the
big his
Oklahoma
eyes
City
is.
Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder said he's not going to play here. And he's never played another back dribble in the NBA.
He has not. Good
He's
point.
scared of them folks.
Very good point.
Somebody brought that to Kyrie. Now, Miles Leonard was just a journeyman guy. He's not Kyrie. But to prove a point, they will make an example. And Kyrie would have been made an example of. And he understood that. This was serious business. All he had to do, what he typed last night, or the statement that he read, or his team put out, all he had to do that was yesterday. Early yesterday, I'm sorry.
But you feel some type
I
of way,
apologize
but
for the
you
people
didn't
that I
make
hurt,
Skip
that I offended.
apologize.
That was not my intentions, but the intentions only matter to me. So I apologize to my Jewish brothers and sisters, to that community that I offended. Skip, you can't say an entire race
Always
of people.
fight for people who don't
if you
fight
want
for
to
us.
say, I have
Now you see how hard we go for people that's not even on our team. Them Jews will get you. Them Jews don't play. Where your power at? Why you couldn't demand an apology from your own co-worker, but you telling this brother to apologize about something that's not even that serious? Let me show you exactly why we don't have no power. This is take on Dion.
opportunities. He gets an opportunity. He takes the opportunity, and now you mad. He brought out
Who's mad?
a lot of blacks that blow up, was upset, man, he lied. You see you see how they hold us more accountable? They don't never say
Wait, who's they?
I'm talking about my community. White people, I'm talking about us. They know what I'm talking about.
You trying to instigate.
Blacks are mad a lot, but look at what he's did. He brought eyes to HBCUs, Skip. There wasn't nobody talking about HBCUs, especially now. They're talking about, they're on television. That's because of him. He gave you a blueprint. Now follow the blueprint. There's someone on his staff, probably, and he's recommended somebody on his staff, but now he goes to a place that has resources. So guess what he can do? He can hire more coaches, more minority coaches, bring them, give them opportunities. I don't recall of an HBCU coach getting an opportunity like this. This was an opportunity too good to pass up.
Never even come close to
It's
having.
too good to pass up.
Okay.
And so instead of being happy for him, we try to bring him down. How can he lose Jackson State? Why can't Jackson State be the prize? It could be the prize for you, but it might not be the prize for everybody. You might like this restaurant, but that might not be the restaurant for everybody. Be happy for us. It seems like when we do something good, we're the last people to be happy for us. We do everything we possibly can. Well, Dion should have did this, Dion should have did that. Skip, they got mad at me yesterday. I tweeted, look, Skip, you know I went to an HBCU.
People on Twitter. Okay.
Skip, I went to an HBCU.
You did.
That wasn't my first choice. It wasn't.
Well, what, you want to go to Georgia?
Georgia, Texas, Nebraska.
Okay, I got it.
Skip, the only thing I knew about a black college was the United Negro College Fund. When I heard Lou Rawls come, the mind is a terrible thing to win. Skip, not one recruited me until the last hour. Savannah State, Bill Davis came down, and my high school football coach didn't want me to talk to him.
Dion he just keeps breaking through barriers. And this was a huge barrier to break through. Now, look, idealistically, from my side of the table, would I have loved for him, this is not realistic, but it's more idealistic, would I have loved for him to have stayed at Jackson State to the point that he created a dynasty, and he finally got Ole Miss to say, yeah, we'll play you, and go kick their ass? And would I like to have seen him then say, Bama, you want to schedule me?
Right.
We'll come and kick your ass. We'll come to Tuscaloosa. Would I love to see that happen? Yes, I would.
And that's why we can't have no power. Skip had a better take on the situation than Shannon did. At least Skip said he wished Dion would have stayed and built a powerhouse. But Shannon, one of them, take the money, is always take the money. But you can be a rich slave. Just because you got money, that don't mean you got power. When we build our own, we're building a foundation and we're building power and control. So it's not always about the money. But now you're in a situation where you at a corporate job and you getting treated unfairly. And that's what we're trying to fight. It's a bigger picture. But that's exactly why we don't have power. Skip never apologized about anything he did. He didn't apologize about disrespecting Shannon's career. He didn't apologize about the tweet. He didn't do it on air, at least. He didn't apologize to Shannon, the public, nobody. He actually just, you saw he just brushed Shannon off like, I'm not doing it. So they always talk about this, oh, it don't matter your perspective, what about the other people feel? But Shannon's feelings didn't matter anything. I want to play Skip's apology. He apologized about them having the show. He never apologized about the tweet. Skip was tweeting
what was going through your mind during
about
all this?
playoffs.
Jen, allow me to say up front that I apologize for what we're going to set out to do here today if it offends anyone, because we're going to try to do the show pretty much as we usually do the show.
I want to say this one more time. Stop cheering for people that's not on your team. Now, Shannon is going to look real bad if he doesn't at least go to HR and make a complaint, try to get Skip fired. I don't know if he has long-term plans to leave the company, but that's what happened when you play too much. I want to play a clip of him just being goofy. I won't even feel comfortable saying another man name that many times, but let me show a quick clip, and this is what happened when you just act like a goofy-ass dude.
Was that
Don't matter, Skip. It doesn't matter.
Wait,
go ahead and make your point, man.
Skip. He lost the finals by a record margin?
Skip. He shot 80% in the playoffs.
Where did that go?
Whoa, Skip, it's my turn. Please, thank you. In the fourth quarter, how many minutes did Kevin Love play, Skip? Baby?
0. Keep going. Tristan.
Skip!
Keep going. JR. Keep going.
Why you? Oh, I read the whole book, Mr. Key Glider. Oh, you're making me so upset. But here's the thing,
I made
Skip.
1B in high school.
Skip!
Driver's
And he
ed.
turned to the crowd like, ooh, ooh, ooh. They're close. How close is Earth and Mars? What?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
93 million?
Oh, see, he looked it up.
Oh, I don't know, Skip. Hold on, Skip. No, Skip, stop. Now, Skip, when you was talking, I didn't interrupt you. You keep doing this to me. Why?
60.
Skip.
Huh? You know,
Silence!
LeBron
Oh, he ate sushi before the game. Look at this, Joy. Joy!